Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got a pair of teams who come in on different paths.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Voyagers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, it's Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, 9 yards to go. Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. early. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 4. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Deshaun Watson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath for Lewis. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 3rd down, it's Lewis, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they'll send out their punter now. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Watson now going to run the option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is knocked down from the side. Right there at the 43. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Here's Davis now, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Watson now going to run the option right. He may try and run for this. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work.
Lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down. That's Lewis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, 8.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 22. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Play action. They'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Watson now going to run the option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a give running left for Gurley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second and goal to go now. On 2nd and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away. And that'll be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now back to throw. Rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And that one goes the way of the Saints. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop.